Interstate RVer Show with your host, Interstate RVer. Hi, folks, Interstate RVer here. Woo! Man, big deal last week. Man, over almost 900 views on the YouTube page. Man, I had so many views, I thought I was going to have to hire a co-star to be a sidekick. Alright, let's get on with some Campers Quiz. Campers Quiz. Alright. Another pretty good one here today. Alright, number one. Most big city kids who go camping for the first time will never forget blank. Is it A, the good time they had in the great outdoors? Yeah, sure, why not? Or would it be B, breathing the fresh, clean air for the first time? Now let's recap. Most big city kids who go camping for the first time will never forget, we said A, the good time they had in the great outdoors. Or we said B, breathing the fresh, clean air for the first time. Or would it be C, the chiggers and poison ivy they got? Alright. Number two. Pretty good one here. Many full-time RVers can be found giving generously to blank. Would it be A, a local church? Sure, give it a local church. Or would it be B, they're giving generously to a local homeless shelter? Where some of their fellow RVers are. Let's recap. Many full-time RVers can be found giving generously to blank. We said A, a local church. B, a local homeless shelter. Or if you're like me, C, a local stripper. Yeah. Alright. Number three. Before becoming a full-time RVer, many people will attend blank. Is it A, an RV driver's course? There's a lot of people that need to. Or would it be B, an RV operation and maintenance class? Yeah, good idea too. All right, let's recap. Before becoming a full-time RVer, many people will attend blank. A, an RV driver's course. Or would it be B, an RV operation and maintenance class? Or would it be C, federal bankruptcy court? Not mentioning any names. Federal bankruptcy court. All right, let's get on to the next one here. Let's get on to the interstate way. The interstate way. Man, you know, there used to be an old commercial on TV years ago. It always says, "Don't wait for trouble." You know, although so you can't plan for everything, but you can plan for most things. What I did here is, in case something happens, you're broke down, you're stuck on the side of the road, people don't get the picture, it's a lot of times waving your hands or, putting out triangles or something like that. If they don't run over them, they don't understand what they're for. So what I do is, hopefully I don't have to do it, but what I did is that I made a help sign. Help! Help! And how I made it is I got this white board here that was out of the water bottles. Bought a more expensive brand, so it came with a handy liner. And then the help part I put on with black electrical tape. Now I know it's a little crooked, but they get the picture. So that way you're out there, and it's waxy, and that way if it rains, you gotta stay out in the rain, or you can tape it to the back of your tire or the back of your window. When people see the help sign, they'll at least call somebody. If somebody stops, do the same thing like you do when people come to your door, get inside. A lot of people like to stop so they can rob you or something. But they get the picture with this, that way somebody can do it. And if you don't want to use this, you can go to, one of the dollar stores or Walmart or something and buy a white poster board, or they got white plastic board that's kind of like a plastic and it's real stiff. And then if you want to use a big black magic marker, you can, but you can use that black duct tape. But do it in black and white, a white sign, with a black thing. Because if you hold out a cardboard sign with, written on there, people aren't going to really be able to see it. They're going to think it's like a sign like, like you're begging for money or something. Make it big and bold. Help! So, go. That's the way it goes. So make a sign for a rainy day, and you'll be okay. Do it the interstate way. Interstate RVer's news update. All right. Let's see here. Oh, the news update. Yeah, another adventure. Down at the beach there, I went back to Corpus Christi, and I was up the road a little bit at a town called George West, and I stayed up there because that was a Pilot Flying J, and that's where I have my credit card through. So I had to go all the way up there to get some gas and stuff. That way I wouldn't have to use cash, like I had any. But it was pretty neat there. Overnight I stayed way in the back, and it's kind of like out in the desert, and I was out there, and got this over here in Texas, the fog. It was like this fog was so thick, I opened the windows and I couldn't even see outside, and so the fog was real thick. Usually I would walk all the way up, like 3-4 blocks to the truck stop to use the Wi-Fi and stuff, and Good thing I didn't do it that night, because as I was sitting there by the window, a pack of coyotes was gathered around. They were howling and gathering the wagons and giving their little signals. And there was a long chain link fence, and it was kind of neat because you had that fog and the chain link fence. You could hear one of them brush up against it like on the scary movies, and it was pretty cool. I sit there, and of course I got my pistol out in case anything had to happen. But I got out there, and it was making noise trying to get them scurried up. But they were out there for a while. They were out there hooting and hollering and everything, and that was pretty neat. So, but when I went back to Corpus Christi, I was going back, to scope out some of the other beaches on Padre Island. I thought, I'm going to go over there and see the Lexington. So I went over there. The USS Lexington was on display. I didn't know that when I went to Corpus Christi. I didn't know what they did with it after the war. I thought they scrapped it. I don't know. And but it was there. It was a museum. So what I did, it was also there on Pier 99 next to North Beach, and it was pretty neat. So I stayed there for quite a while and shot some footage. So let's go ahead and take a look at that footage. Here's the USS Lexington, right off Pier 99 there in Corpus Christi. The floating museum, you go up to it, $15, you can go inside and they'll give you the tour. Of course, I didn't pay the $15. And here's a picture of me next to the Lexington. It's like I said, it's a lot cheaper than paying $15. So I'm right there between the black truck and the white SUV there. It was cold that day, so I had my sweats and my toboggan on. All right, I'm moving around a little bit. There's a view of the bow of the Lexington. It's up a little bit. Corpus Christi Beach, or North Beach. The waves coming in, crashing. Here I go out there to take a walk around, check things out. Make sure it meets my satisfaction. Here we go. Now you notice there'll be a stork come down and dive bomb a fish coming about right there. Wham! When it first went in, I seen it. I thought it was Jaws. I thought it was a shark or something. So I was out there checking it out, and I thought I better run in and get some footage. So I wasn't really sure what it was. Kind of standing back a little bit in case it jumped out of the water again. A little step there. It's about an 8-inch curb there. He does it 2 more times. There comes another one right there. Wham! And then he goes in there, he's splashing around, chomping on something. And here we go, coming up for the trifecta. One more time. Right there. Wham! That was pretty neat to watch. Now this is just a few feet over from where I was, you can still see the sign. This is the, I guess, the hotels and stuff. Looking around there, getting in the picture. Yeah, right there. I'm getting in my ninja stance, just in case somebody comes up and starts messing around. Waves crashing. I like to see the waves crashing like that. It's pretty neat. And you can't see the oil rigs in the background because it's kind of far back, but you know, they're there. And that's one thing about the Lexington standing there. It just goes to show you, no matter how old a warship is, it's never too old to protect that oil money. Alright, coming back to the RV now, just over to the right. As I just spin the camera around, I noticed that there was a kind of a souvenir shop or something like that, and they had a huge shark out in the front, you know, concrete or paper mache. There it is. Like I said, that's just right, you know, out the other side of the window on the driver's side. People stand in that and they take pictures and stuff. And I thought, well, you know, because it looks kind of silly when you walk outside of the RV and you're standing there, you know, people wonder what you're doing. But that was a good day that day. Joko of the day. Yeah, I got a pretty good one here today. There's this guy who goes in a bar and he orders a beer, so the bartender brings him a beer. So when the guy finishes his beer, he looks in his shirt pocket, and then he goes ahead and orders another beer. So he drinks that one, finishes it down, looks in his shirt pocket again like this, and he calls the bartender over, orders another beer. So he does this like, you know, a couple of more times. So finally the bartender comes up to him and he goes, "Hey, look, buddy," he goes, "I'll bring you beer all night." He goes, "But tell me," he goes, "why is it that you look in your pocket every time before you order a beer?" And the guy goes, "Well," he goes, "I got a picture of my wife in my pocket." He said, "And when she starts to look good, I know I've had too much to drink." Alright, that's the Interstate RVer show for this week, folks. Remember, keep watching, subbing, and sharing. Doing a great job. Keep on watching it. Next week, Dear Interstate, you know it. Follow along with the other good stuff, the Interstate Way, the news update, and Joko of the day. Well, it's going to be a good one, I'm here to tell you. And because I've been reading through those letters, and it's going to be a good one. Now, what we also need to do is we need to remind everybody that I don't need to remind you nothing. Just keep watching, subbing, and sharing. You thought I was actually going to say something there, didn't you? All right, it's Interstate RVer. Over and out.